You're listening to the New York Sports Show, the #1 all New York sports podcast. Hosted by Dominic Konareski.
Hello and welcome to the New York Sports Show. I'm Dominic Konareski. It is undeniable. The New York Jets cannot ignore their quarterback situation this offseason. The team needs to go out and acquire a competent backup to sit behind Aaron Rodgers for at least the next 2 seasons. Now, of course, if New York went out there and signed a very competent veteran quarterback, that wouldn't be a bad thing, but age will play a factor as they would not be a regular player, expected at least, for the next 2 seasons. So it wouldn't really be a bad idea if the Jets use one of their draft picks several weeks from now to go out there and acquire a young quarterback to sit behind Aaron Rodgers. They would be giving them the Chad Pennington treatment because let me remind you, Chad Pennington, one of the best quarterbacks to ever wear a gangrene uniform, sat behind Vinny Testaverde, which is kind of like the Aaron Rodgers equivalent, I guess, now for 2-3 seasons. Multiple comeback player of the year awards, and he was a very, very good quarterback in New York. And one of the players that I've had on my radar, which I also think the Jets should have on theirs as well, is Spencer Rattler. Now, Rattler at 23 years old, he's not one of the youngest signal callers coming into the draft. In fact, he lost his starting spot at Oklahoma to Caleb Williams, who's now expected to go inside the top 5. The Senior Bowl MVP, though, had a very solid college career. Yes, he came out of high school as a top-doing quarterback prospect. He did not have the very high career that was expected. I mean, South Carolina was ranked outside of the top 50, but that wasn't really his fault. They had countless injuries to offensive players, especially the offensive line. But nevertheless, Spencer Rattler put up much better stats than all the quarterbacks expected to go within the first round. And notice how I say first round. The Jets need an offensive lineman. I think they should go after J.C. Latham of Alabama. The Jets do not have a second-round pick unless they trade for one, as Green Bay gets the second-rounder from that Aaron Rodgers trade. But the Jets could easily acquire Spencer Rattler in the 3rd round. Using your first round pick on a quarterback who's going to sit for 2 years when you desperately need offensive line players just makes no sense to me. You could go out and get Rattler for 10 times less the cost when it comes to signing players in the 1st round compared to the 3rd. And Rattler, I think, will be able to handle New York media and handle being a New York Jet and undoubtedly be their franchise quarterback several years from now. He will be the quarterback of the future, and there's not a better player to sit behind than Aaron Rodgers himself. Comment down below what you guys think. Take it easy, folks.